Drew Barrymore apparently is done being a scab. She actually is pausing her show coming back, which I think is great. Her excuse was really, really stupid to begin with because her claim was that, like, they need her. No one needs your show, bro. Nobody needs it. You don't need to be a scab and you don't need to bring in scabs in order to have a show where you basically just sit really, really close to people you know and tell them how great they are and like share cooking recipes. No, that is not, you do not need that. Nobody needs that. So it's good to see that, and I don't know where she posted it. There we go. Drew Barrymore halts Tay-Dime talk show return until strike ends. Good. Good. I'm glad that she had backlash from it. Well-deserved backlash. Like, and her video was so cringe. Her video where she's talking about how she takes responsibility for her actions, but people need her. Okay, if you're doing it, then you're not taking accountability for your actions by definition. And for those of you who didn't hear the clip, although I think most people who pay attention to this stuff did, here's a little of it.
I didn't want to hide behind people, so I won't. And I won't polish this with bells and whistles and publicists and corporate rhetoric. I'll just stand out there and accept and be responsible. There's a huge question of the why. Why am I doing this? Well, I certainly couldn't have expected this kind of attention.
What do you mean you couldn't have expected this kind of attention? You're Drew Barrymore. And she's like, I wouldn't have expected, like, all this attention, and I'm not going to try to hide behind corporate this and that. Okay, but you're just coming out and saying that you're going to employ scabs. I don't know why you're smiling about it. Like, she's acting like all cute. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Thankfully, this video doesn't seem as cringe, although it's still pretty cringe, now that she has stepped back, now that she's backed off of it, which is good. Listen, the takeaway from this is that number one, pressure works. Union pressure works. And you must support unions and strikes. I've been saying the same thing with the UAW. You have to support them. You must support them. Where a union matters for one, it matters for all. Whether or not you're in a unionized industry or not, a union's success or its failure depends on the support from the people. And you will benefit or get hurt, even if you're privately employed, when unions don't do well. So I don't care if you're not in a union, even if you're not in a union, even if you think that they're, you don't care, you think they're stupid, you should support them. They are the reason why we even have a 40-hour-a-week work week. They're the reason why we have Saturday and Sunday. They're the reason why we have child labor laws, even though the GOP is trying to roll those back. So you should support unions, always. I don't care if you don't like celebrities or writers or whatever the fuck. There is no difference in the people that are standing up for the union when it comes to the writer's strike than there is at Starbucks, than there is in the UAW. You have to support them. And just one more thing. Anything a corporation or a pundit, especially on shows like CNBC, say about the union is a lie. Just know that. Just know that. You hear Jim Cramer spouting off. You hear all the other corporate goons and talking heads spouting off. They're lying. They're all lying because that's who they work for. So just keep that in mind when you hear any of that and support unions. Solidarity to all the writers, solidarity to everybody in the UAW. Union strong.